Opa.
We've seen it just turns into a Zeri for Xayah trade more often than not, and BLG came ahead on that trade previously. For now, Lucian has been permabanned against T1. That will
Agora T1 tá blue side.
Taking away these priority jungles. They were able to get the Wukong previously, but just really want to make sure that Shun does not get a chance to play it.
Yeah, the drop
Eles vão dar first pick Maokai.
Believing more than likely that BLG are going to ban it away themselves. This has been an incredibly strong pick, but we'll have to see exactly what the plan is, because if you're BLG, you also give the opportunity.
Eu volto porque você não tá assistindo pelo CBLOL. Eu tô protestando porque eles deram MVP por IH no jogo passado. Você vai comentar algo sobre o caso do Frost? Vou. Eu não, né? Devo. Eu sinto que eu devo. Caçante banido, bem banida. Tá, Maokai first pick.
What is the response now from the side of BLG?
Cadê o Jukes? Mano, o Jukes, sei lá, mano. Quando eu faço live, o Jukes não faz live. Quando o Jukes faz live, eu não faço live. Mas acho que amanhã ele tá aí. Jinx e Lulu pra Bilibili. Vai ser o que? A Félio de Trash ou Zay Haka? Parece Trash, né? Mandou parabéns pra ele ontem? Pra quem?
When you give up the Lulu pick down there for bottom side to pick a Blitzcrank to make it volatile and look for kills, especially when you have the Blitzcrank plus either a Maokai or a Nautilus. You have these two champions flashing forward, trying to create lots of early kills around the early.
Na volta lá no Ilha estão falando pra você virar coach. Eu virar coach? Por quê?
When you go for the Braum looks. Okay, flex.
Era aniversário ontem do Jukes. Caralho, por que vocês não falaram, mano?
The better look is for sure to flex it to bottom lane. Karria's Nautilus was amazing, okay? Karria's Nautilus amazing. So that's definitely the better look for T1. I know everybody.
Tava off? Ué, mano, mandava no Twitter, pô. Eu vejo o Twitter sempre, mano. Ontem eu tava conversando com um cara que me mandou um bagulho no Twitter lá.
That's what I was gonna say. I think it's a great option as well, because you can give it down to the bot side, but it's also a takeaway from JOGO. JOGO has been trying to play this. It's very easy, kind of going back to that point and click style that we're talking about.
Seria top 1 coach brasileiro pelo seu conhecimento. Ninguém estaria disposto.
Do like it. Sion for Bin, though, very surprised that. I know he was playing at a huge amount after losing 2 ADG and 369 in the finals on it. We've traditionally seen him go
Sion, hein? Aqui é dive bot.
I want to go back to being a carry. We'll have to see how this one's going to pan out, though.
And I'm already making my level 1 plan now. Everybody is now so used to it. Like, see Sion, red side? Okay. Better start planning your level 1.
Eu só não uso o Facebook como um bom idoso para ver os aniversários. Mas nem lembro a última vez que eu abri o Facebook. O ideia ele tá falando que o coach no Brasil ninguém respeita. Estão falando que se você fosse coach, respeitariam. Sim, mas entenda aqui, entenda o seguinte. Se eu tô num time em que as pessoas me respeitam por medo, elas iam se sentir oprimidas. Logo, elas iam jogar pior. Caso eu dê uma dura no time porque eles estão de corpo mole, estão vagabundando e profissional não pode vagabundar na minha visão, é mais fácil eles me tirarem do que mudar, entendeu? Então, tipo, ou o time é um time que tá disposto a ganhar, ou não dá, tá ligado? Oh, Kindred! Legal, velho. Finalmente a Kindred do Shun, mano. 2/6. Vai tomar no cu nisso. Qual time você montaria? Não, se eu tivesse dinheiro infinito, robô, Aegis, Titã, Tim e Cells. Jace e Kennen. Caralho, Jace do Faker. Robô? Sim. Eu colocaria o robô nesse time porque eu acho que as falhas do robô eu consigo resolver. Porque eu já tive jogadores muito parecidos com o robô no meu time e eu aprendi muito com os erros desses jogadores. São similares aos erros que ele comete de tomar muito gank, de desrespeitar a wave, de morrer muito. Entendeu? Eu passei 6 meses com o Talkers tendo muito esse problema e eu aprendi muito em como ele resolveu isso, como eu ajudei ele a resolver isso, como o Peter ajudou ele a resolver isso, entendeu? Então, eu acho que eu podia ajudar muito ele nesse sentido. Mas enfim, não é algo que vai acontecer.
See how T1 can try to snowball here in the early game. They have so many tools, kind of like last game, to get fights kicked off in their favor.
And I mentioned as soon as about your level 1, guess what? Kindred is one of the junglers that benefits the most from aggressive level 1 starts here.
Jace Canning.
So aggressive.
Mano, pior que eu gostei desse pick de Jace do Faker.
All you need is a red buff on Kindred and they can go for it. We even saw Owner himself trying to utilize.
Mas chamassem você para ser coach desse Dream Team, tu aceitaria? Não sei, Kaique. Eu teria que ver proposta financeira, teria que ver tudo isso, tá ligado? Porque eu estou assistindo em inglês, que eu tô protestando que o Cebalol deu MVP pro Iagão.
T1 will just take the fight once more, or if you can end up in this bit map situation that will benefit Chun so well.
Here we are, gearing up for game. Normally, it's a brief moment of calm, but with a Scion on the Rift, we know what to expect. It's going to be all about this level 1, these advantages, and the Scion passive. It is time for game 2 between BLG and T1.
Não vale a pena continuar no conteúdo? Ah, mano, ia ser maneiro. Tipo assim, eu volto, aí ganho um título e aposento de novo. Só pra provar um ponto. Vocês são todos horríveis. Foda-se.
Level 1 kicking off. T1, what is the answer here? This has been such a difficult strategy to really do anything against.
Mano.
Okay, if they keep Kennen topside, I want to see Zeus pull the minion wave to try and focus the minions so that you can get it pushing towards you and deny the Scion.
Cara, por que que o Kennen não fica aqui, ó? E segura a wave ali pro Scion perder toda a wave na torre. Tá ligado?
Dropping the full ward here, up by Raptor Brush, and wrapping around for the Scion pull. Nobody is surprised.
I'm just waiting to see if T1 want to invade here, if they want to contest this vision at all. I think it would be very risky to even walk forward. Now going to sweep out the ward, just a bit of poke over the wall on the carry. That damage will stick as the creeps are coming into lane quite quickly. So BLG will be uncontested on the start. Can they find the follow-up dive as well? Guma and Carrier, do they want to try to match here on the level 1 around this brush?
Alguém não pode dar TP e matar ele? Ele sai correndo com o E dele. E se alguém tepar lá, significa que não vai ter dive bot. Caralho, olha o Guma resetando o head da Kindred. Caralho, o Guma resetou o head da Kindred, mano. Caralho. Mas o Guma tá perdendo a wave embaixo da torre lá, ó. E o Sion também. Nossa, o Guma não passa. Caralho, que ridículo, mano. O cara é nível 2 e o Guma é nível 1. A câmera foi mal.
Hook from carry is big. Level 2 from Owner as well. They have so much CC to try to stop this play. They're trying to lock down the Scion. Have to be careful of the passive of BLG. I think just happy to walk away.
E o Sion nível 1, foda-se.
T1 on the opposite side, getting Zeus on the top side. So is it going to balance out?
Honestly, it is pretty big. This one is the most delayed the Scion has been with getting the least amount of value on the top side.
Caralho, mano. O Kennen tá level 3, o Sion tá nível 1. Ai, meu Deus.
Go for dive, get any extra kills here. Kennen can have such a big impact. The Kindred ultimate, as long as you get it off early, can be difficult to work around, but there is not a exhaust on the side of BLG for those team fights for later. So Zeus on one of his signature champions, the lightning theme, that goes along with his name might be able to have that big influence.
And it does feel like a huge amount of it's going to be like, Shun, can you get that ult, as you say? But also, Yago, big Maokai ultimates. Can you actually turn around with a cannon ult of yourself? Even on, getting some of those whimsies off as the Zeus tries to come in, they can make such a
Shun vai bot, ele vai bot, eu acho. Nossa, a marca dele nasceu no bot, mano. Que sortudo da porra, mano.
Always questing to 4, want that extra 75 attack range, the big break point for Kindred so frequently. Now Shun setting his sights on the mid lane. Faker ready to backstep at a moment.
Que isso? O Shun não tem E. O Shun não tem E.
Yeah, not going forward, looking for the abduct. Is going to connect on the snare. Faker now trying to trade back. There's a sapling waiting in the bush. Owner over the wall here. Play is just going to fade away. Faker still walking out with his flash, so not going to cost him too much.
O Shun mata os dois, hein?
Level 4, now stepping forward into Owner. 3, 4 on the mounting Dread. 1, 2, 3. Press the attack coming in as well. Gal looking for the fall, but Zeus is right behind them. This is a bit aggressive. They're going to need to try to find their way out of this one. Ben coming in, but it might be too little too late. They're trying desperately to burn through Zeus, but Shun already shut down. BLG a bit off more than they could chew. Yagao now running. He's got no mana. Ben desperate to get something back, but he's just a Scion.
Meu Deus, o Bin deu flash Q de Scion, mano.
Faker running for his life. Zeus going to find the stun. Everyone on T1 will walk away.
Meu Deus, mano. Jesus Cristo, isso foi horrível, cara.
Zeus with the push, Zeus with the lightning, he brings it down onto BLG.
Eles deram pé na CC na Kindred, tá ligado? E mataram ela. Sion não faz nada? É um Sion level 3, né, mano? Tipo, aí, ó, deixa o Owner com 1 de vida, ó. Mete o pé, mano. Tem por que continuar, tá ligado?
Power in numbers, Dagda.
And this is the big thing. BLG just overextend. T1
Ó,
have the
tomou
cluster.
CC, tomou CC, morreu.
He can look absolutely fantastic, have an incredible series like we saw yesterday, but at times he will just overextend. We've seen it domestically, we've seen it at MSI, and now we're seeing it in this lower bracket final as well. BLG stepped that bit too far forward and T1.
O Sion tá de phase rush. Como é que é o nome dele? Ímpeto gradual, ímpeto do foda-se. E a Gal tinha flash pra ir no Maokai? Tinha, mas no momento que ele flasha, o Maokai flasha também. Não valia a pena. O Shun que trollou ele. Meu Deus, mano. Que é isso, cara?
Getting a little antsy, it feels like. Over-forcing here, both on the bottom side and on the top side. Yes, they get the
flash. Que a Bilibili tá fazendo, mano?
Garrio's got Hex Flash, so he's actually not too worried.
Ah, e o Faker vai morrer? Não, o Faker tem flash e fez rush.
Trying to find a way into mid lane. Gao, level 6, now coming in. We're going to wait to try to find the angle on the stun. Faker now dashing out to safety. There's the follow-up. 1-2 on the mark. Mounting Dread going to connect. Looking to cut down Faker. Gao!
Tu flasha, tipo, depois que tu tomar corrente. Por que você não flasha corrente, tá ligado?
Getting onto Faker there, even with the flash. And I didn't think that was going to work. BLG, no flash on Yagao, no flash on Shun. But Faker, that bit far up in the lane, and Shun with the revisit will pick up the kill.
Staying very active on this Kindred, ganking every single
Cara, o Sion level 4, mano. Coitado do Sion, mano.
Top lane play,
Caralho,
but
velho.
get some money right back there for BLG. Faker, no flash on the Jace 2. So you're always thinking about repeat visits because Yagao now level 6 on the Silas. So Owner has to be very careful whenever he shows around this mid lane. Yes, you want to throw saplings. Yes, you want to get vision for Faker. But if you show too close to Yagao, then he can steal your ultimate from the best ultimates in the game.
Não é muito fácil morrer de gank assim no competitivo? É.
Hey, Nautilus, can you help?
É
No,
bem
sorry,
pai.
I don't want to give that across. Hey, Zeus, can you help? No, I don't want to give that across. And now BLG find Bane on that top side as T1. Start to move in, Owner in position, but looks like they will just back away for the moment.
Mano, eu fico muito triste quando eu vejo uma parada dessa. Tipo, você tendo que jogar de Sion 2 níveis atrás, tá ligado? Pô, é muito sad, mano. Tipo assim, isso é um bagulho pra Riot refletir, mano. Não é possível que isso seja saudável pro jogo, tá ligado? Um meta desse. Em que você pode só sacrificar o top laner e foda-se.
But that's why I like what T1 are doing. They're like, hey, look, let's try and get as much vision down as possible. You can see the ward that spotted out Shun on Krugs. Owner actually looking for the invade here off of Faker's presence in mid lane. And even just getting saplings down so you can spot out Shun's route. Now you know for a fact that Shun's winning on bot side. So I imagine you'll see bot lane playing very passive, especially with Rift Herald about to come up. Looks like Owner just got a trade, knowing that he saw Shun go bot side.
Honestly, love this from Owner. I also love his build, by the way. I'm not a big fan
E aí, Diego,
of
como é
the
que você
first
tá?
strike Maokai. You know, yeah, going for the DPS and trying to get really early demonic. I'm much bigger fan of the tank Maokais here, and phase rush makes it so much easier to
Nosso
play
patch
the
vai ficar
mid
pior
game,
por quê?
play those team fights as well as the skirmishes. And he's going to be able to pick up the Rift Herald on top of those kills. Think about Rift
Você tá
Herald.
assistindo a live dos
It gives
gringos
you a lot
hoje?
of gold, but it's also
Protesto.
a lot of concentrated gold onto the
Protesto
jungler, and that is
porque
so well played
eles
up
deram
for him.
MVP pro
But it's
IH
gonna
no
be
jogo 1.
a very beefy Maokai, a real frontline Maokai.
And I think he's going to be able to empower Zeus even more here. The fact that you have nearly double the gold for Zeus versus that sign of 1,700 to 3,200.
Mano, 74 a 29, mano.
Pop down that and just make sure that this Ken is going to be huge. Rocket connecting. Oh, maybe overstaying, putting a little bit. Guma immediately going to find the snare. Polymorphed and forced back. Ulti coming in. Good damage on Elk.
Caralho, como que isso pegou? E aí, Zazá, como é que você tá? Caralho! No! Caralho, mano.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, 1v1, Yagao versus Faker, but again, Yagao out of mana. No avenue left there as first strike comes back up. Bloodbath on the bottom side.
Mano,
that was so beautiful.
eu gosto de jogos assim, mano. Eu gosto de jogos assim.
Duel down there. Ultimate for Zap.
It's the Zap gap, right? Just barely managed
É,
to
o último
squeeze
de
it through, but
XXD.
so well done. Elk getting that kill. Nice return though with Carey, as he said. Just barely managing to get that hook outside of the range of that Kindred ultimate will get the kill, but Elk now starting to rotate up.
Nossa, mano. Pior que, tipo, o Guma tá muito fodido no jogo por causa do level 1, né, velho?
As much gold and solo XP as possible, so, well, not solo at the moment.
Farm do
but I
Bin?
think
É,
Zeus
é isso aí.
continues to push in.
Bit of stakes to this play as well. Aphelios perfect guns to take towers. Once you have white gun, you can really set these things up. They need to find a kill or at least a flash onto Zeus. He's strong, but he really hasn't spent that much money. He is going to be forced to flash out to safety. BLG, can they keep the pressure up on the top side? Because already, Guma's going to start hitting plates and tearing through that tower in the bottom lane.
Nossa, porque as armas do Guma estão muito boas, olha lá.
So they can go with really deep. I'd love to see a double turret charge here for T1. The problem with BLG trying to trade sides here, Rift Herald kind of has to be answered.
And that's the thing, you've got red-white here for Gumayushi, they plunk down the Herald. It's nigh on impossible now for you to actually match this as BLG, so T1, even though we got the dirty kill, they're going to get a ton of gold back onto Gumayushi.
Yeah, secondary charge is even more critical.
Caralho, mano.
Towers here on both side lanes being buffed up to being 800 gold for your team.
Mano, olha o
So much
farm do
value
Kennen comparado
if
com o
they
do
can
Sion,
get a
mano.
2-for-1.
Que
The
ridículo.
charge gets off, they see Bindo and they're gonna back off.
No need to overcommit there, but you can see moments ago it was almost 1,000 in the favor of Elk. Now shrunk significantly down to about 600.
The big thing though is that BLG actually do manage to trade both side turrets, right? Yes, you get the
Eu não vi o
charge
gold
up
do
tier
Elk,
two, but
mano.
You don't have a huge amount of pressure down there at the moment, so at least at the moment BLG are answering turret for turrets.
Yeah, it is very greedy, but that's why I really like to see teams fully commit.
Olha o W do
Trying to
Elk.
get that secondary turret. The rewards are huge. Here it is. That's what we're talking about. It's an ult shot for a zap.
Mano,
shot.
o Minion! Vocês viram o Minion? Vocês viram o Minion? Olha a cara do Guma. Caralho, mano, o Minion trollou o Guma, mano.
But you're just in the way.
There you can see the turn. I mean, it looks so good from Lameless Rest, but then immediately the arcane smash
Oh,
backwards
Maokai, not Carey.
into the hook.
Caralho.
But now on the top side, all traded
Opa.
Zeus versus Yagao, but there's so much backup here. Zeus had a massive advantage, but Shun looking to take him down.
O Shun já vai ter mata-kraken, tá?
I mean, great job from BLG. Immediately the roam up, and again, look at what they're doing with this Jinx. Constantly keeping
No,
There's a
no.
lot more T1 members around.
No.
Just looking for an angle, trying to get away from the Maokai. The body block's coming in though. I don't think there's a way out of this one. It'll take a little bit of time to tear through that health bar on the Scion. Bin flashing and ulting, the body block coming out as well. Owner gonna trade flash
Coitado
to
do
flash.
Bin.
Gonna try to eat the wave here as soon as he goes zombie mode just to stop any further pressure from T1, but a clean pick on the bottom side.
Coitado
Managed to pick
do
up the kill, but
Sion.
you need to see
60
Yaga
de
pushing
farm,
that top
0
side.
2.
Elk getting pushed in the mid as well, so nice one for T1 to manage to get that kill. Just have to see if they can try and push that forward and actually threaten that tier 2. As Elk
E eu
is in
forço na
that mid
Jinx
lane.
já.
You even got the roam from Carey as well. BLG
Mas o
really
Guma
needs to
não
spot
deve estar tão
responsible
atrás, não.
bottom pressure.
Faker stepping forward, doing a good amount of damage. Zap coming back in. Gale Force forward from Elk. Elk takes those. 2-level disadvantage, but the Gale Force power spike significant enough that he can turn that one with On backing him up. And now BLG looking to get control on the bottom side of the river.
1 second left on Elk's ulti. Does he? It's a long time between the chunk and the recall. He's not going to go for it. Few seconds barring that one, so Faker gets it off. Faker gets his eclipse.
Vai ter dragão.
13 minutes into the game.
Faker tem um item, Kennen tem um item.
Still on the Kennen.
Protobelt. Eu acho que esse Drake vai ser até 1.
More often than not, this meta all about engages and all about carries. Currently, Elk has the edge. See what Zeus can do versus Yagao on the bottom side in the 1v1, getting closer and closer. 35 seconds till the Ocean Drake.
O Yagao pegou o Chicken aqui, do Kennen, né?
That stop on
Ou do Kennen ou do
Shun is huge,
Maokai.
though. He
Nossa,
wanted
do
to reset
Maokai
and get his
é muito
Kraken
bom.
Slayer. Now good
Caralho,
late
tem
to the
muito
party. You
bom
can see
pra
he's trying to
ele.
reset. Maybe
Maokai,
stop it
Kennen
again here.
e Nautilus.
Shun hasn't been able to reset, whereas you look at the Radiant Virtue already there for Owner. This is going to give a ton of presence here for T1 in the river as Dragon's about to spawn.
Não, aqui é Dragon da... Opa. É, o ult do Maokai. Luta de mata crack. Eu não acho que eles lutam esse Drake não, mano. Apesar que o Elk tá muito forte, né? Só que o Bin, mano, 70 de farm no Sion level 9, mano. Meu Deus.
Zeus does not have flash, he does have proto belt though. Fishing around, a lot of deep vision for T1 through the blue quadrant of the jungle and BLG.
O Guma vai ter arma boa.
And they'll use that mid lane push on the minions to move into the river again. The classic 1-2 steps every team.
Tem um TP muito bom ali pro Zeus. Olha o TP do Zeus. Ai, TP top. Eles vão trocar?
A lot of members of T1 moving up towards this top side, though. You can see Keria was thinking about going for something on the top.
Ah, não. Ah, não. Não, 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 não. Não. Não, 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 não. Por favor, expande Chad no chat pro Bin. Por favor. Por favor.
Will actually have a bit of presence on the map now if they want to try and contest for this Rift out. You can see that with the way T1 is set up kind of defensively across the line, might be a bit tough. Looks like they're just happy to trade it for the bot lane turret for Yagao instead.
Getting that extra pressure, and again, we'll have to take a look back on what exactly went wrong there, but Sion definitely a champion you can't afford to overstep against, under tower at least, so the deficit not mattering.
Olha isso, olha isso, olha isso, vamos ver.
Overconfident.
Minion wave, look at this minion wave.
Oh, he walked into it.
He pressed Q. What?
He walked into it.
That's a big oopsie in a very high-stake game. Ben seems unfazed and unsurprised.
And unlike Licorice, that one actually happened. I believe that was absolutely insane. The fact he managed to get that one, it was just nuts. T1, massive mistake. And now for BLG, they actually start to get decent control again onto this top side. You can see they're starting to rotate as Elk around. They want to try and get that push. And
o Sion voltou com uma Jack Show pra baixo.
As long as he can stay safe, he's going to be in a good spot. Jack Show now picked up for Bin as well. He's going to write a lot of that gold that Zeus had in the lead for.
I love it when we get the Bin cams and he's just shaking. Even though he's down 40 CS here.
Cara, isso foi sinistro, mano.
Had the level 1 commitment for himself, still gets the solo kill.
Yeah, and I think even for Zeus, this is crushing because you were the one really strong point of the map. You've now been isolated and picked off twice. One, commendable play from BLG that time, just a mistake from Zeus.
Até um tá irreconhecível, tá mesmo, né, mano? Tá mesmo. Tá sinistro.
But for LEC, for LCS, we prioritized very highly, and it looked not very impactful. I thought that we'd see something different from Zeus, but it's really hard, it seems, to transition these Kennen advantages out of lane, especially against a team like BLG.
All right, well, he is level 11, does have flash. BLG, they're going to be marking him, though. You always want to send a mark over.
Cara, o Elk é muito abusado, né, velho? Olha ele jogando, olha ele jogando, olha o Elk jogando, mano. Caralho, que... Nossa, que inferno jogar contra um cara assim, mano.
If there's an opportunity in Season 2 arc, it just replace the voice actor. You know what I'm saying? It's probably just Elk. In the training.
Zeus tá lá o dando. Ué, mano, ainda machuca, fala isso não.
Elk could be in trouble now, though. A lot of tools coming in. The snare is going to connect with Elk. It's immediately going to cleanse.
Insta cleanse, tá? Toma do Elk.
Just in exchange for the cleanse.
It's not really like T1 lose anything though.
Tá, ele não vai ter cleanse pro Drake. É fraude, né? É fraude, é fraude. Mano, imagina se não fosse. Se ele sendo fraude, joga assim, imagina se ele não fosse. Caralho. É o que é fraude XD. É.
Closer and closer to that second item.
Nice force there from BLG. Topside push in, they rotate over, bully down this tower, and more money into the Jinx.
O Sion tá começando a ficar mais forte com o HP do W dele, né?
A lot of the lane advantages early on are going to start to fall away now as these towers fall, and it becomes more about grouping up 2v2s, 3v3s, and of course, fighting for the major objectives. A minute and 18 seconds.
Tá, voltou pro jogo já?
On the table.
Ele tá no estado aceitável, né? Era pra ele estar um pouco melhor, porque ele tá com 120 de farm aos 18 minutos, né, coitado. Mas ele, pô, comparado ao começo do jogo, ele tá super bem. Me explica porque a BLG jogou play-in, porque ela foi o segundo seed da China. Quem ganhou foi a... a JDG. Só a Coreia passa direto, porque eles ganharam o Mundial, né?
Quite hard for T1 to really get that presence on the map to start to get these deeper wards.
And the reason everyone has joined the ruler school of thought of this Jinx over the Aphelios is that range advantage. When you've got Jinx with the fish bones, with the lethal tempo stacked, especially once he's able to get his rapid fire cannon, and you've got a Kindred peeling, a Lulu peeling, this massive frontline peeling for you can be so hard to crack that team fight. And the massive gold advantage here, almost 1,500 for Elk, really funding that power.
Mano, o Shun, tipo assim, o Shun, ele é uma das poucas Kindreds que eu acho que é na moral, tá ligado? No posicionamento dele, o early game dele é tipo sólido, o mid game dele ele sabe que ele não pode fazer muita coisa.
There's just not much of a response here from T1. They're trying to see any sort of angle they can get on the map. If you could get that mid lane turret down, yeah, sure, then you can get that vision that we were talking about. But BLG, deny it well, Kindred coming across the map.
É, ele só tem duas marcas, tá ligado? Mas é porque a maioria das marcas nasceram no Gromp. E os Scanto foi tudo topside. Agora que tem o Scanto ali, vai pegar a terceira.
Only thing BLG really want to fish out here is a nice, easy spawn on a Kindred mark. We're still sitting on 3 marks for Shun. Getting fourth is that critical one for the extra range. Then their team fight just becomes so incredibly hard to deal with. T1, they're still hoping for that big fight where they can get Maokai ultimate.
Cara, é verdade, a gente não falou do Faker uma vez esse game.
To open up the space for Zeus to get inside.
This does become harder though. That window of opportunity that we talked about where they burnt Elk's cleanse is no longer available.
Ele tá forte agora, tá 2 itens de Jace, só que o Yagal tá de zonas e já ele vai pegar a Roda Phages também. Como foi o jogo 1? A Bilibili tava ganhando, aí perdeu um Drake pro Owner que roubou, aí foi pro Baron, o Owner roubou o Baron também. Aí até começou a gostar do jogo, ganhou uma fight, aí depois foi no mid e o Aqua matou todo mundo. Foi isso.
Faker now, he just completed his Muramana. It is transformed, so they're hoping against hope that they can get some actual good poke downs, but
tá, Infinity Edge na Jinx e vai ter Infinity Edge no Aphelios agora também. E deram MVP pro Yagão? Deram MVP pro Yagão. Quantas marcas aqui no está? 3 apenas. Ela não tá tão forte não, tá ligado? Ela vai ter um papel mais de ultar a Jinx. Jinx e Aphelios estavam banidos no primeiro game, Jinx estava banida. E aí a Aphelios não apareceu.
And with the items in inventory here, it is Infinity Edge completed now for Elf with that big gold advantage. So T1, till Guma can complete his, he's going back right now. They definitely don't want to mess with anything. And BLG, they're trying to take advantage of that window, get their vision completed around Baron.
Double 80 carries, I mean, the same play you talked about T1 making. BLG also have the option to make. They have a beat frontliner, they can do a lot of...
Quer a habilidade da Sensalt contra Kennen? Não sei. Eu detesto jogar jogos que não tem exaust pro Kennen, mas eles com certeza sabem de algo que eu não sei. É bom mesmo.
See what they can do now. Kennen is going to have to go back, heal up. Still has teleport, still has flash, but BLG again sweeping through.
Quarta marca da Kindred no Aronguejo agora. Agora ela já virou um boneco melhor.
Going to pick up another mark for himself. Not going to be up towards the 4. Is that his fortress?
Yep.
Tá level 13 também. Olha o farm da Kindred, tá vendo? Tipo, ao contrário do que todo mundo fala, a Kindred ela não ficou tentando gankar o jogo inteiro. Ela gankou no early game, depois disso ele só farmou, mano. Tá vendo pela gringa hoje por quê? Protesto. Dando MVP pro Iagão no jogo 1.
Towards the Lamb's respite when needed, and it's a little bit of a window there for Team.
Oh, but this is Elk, baby. I mean, that Gale Force.
Peguei dando 2 níveis? É, na realidade, 1, né? Porque tem Roda of Ages no Silas. A gringa deu pro Elk? Não vi.
Or if he gets over aggressive here, because right now it does feel like BLG are pretty firmly in control of the map. T1 are responding, but the second that Yagao is able to take Zeus' ult away, so much of the T1's angles of attack, their fangs are essentially just taken out of the equation.
And this is so much more patience than we usually see from BLG. They want to fight 9 times out of 10, and we're getting that like 1% where it doesn't really work out. They don't want to go for anything, and all they're trying
Cara,
to do.
que papo é esse que o Faker não tem mais dedo pra jogar de Jace, mano? Caralho, vocês acham que o cara é ruim, mano? Não acredito nisso, mano. Mas você já tá vendo o jogo pela gringa? É, não, a gente começou a ver pela gringa pra testar mesmo. O pessoal preferia.
And if he gets that first kill, then he's an orbital blast cannon on crack.
Okay. There it is. Kobe setting the stakes for the fight.
We've seen so much Jinx take
true.
over MSI.
I mean, once you get the lethal tempo stack, the extra range, it becomes very impossible for Aphelios alone to win the 1v1 because you just get out maneuvered.
Just be glad Milio's not allowed in MSI. Because that range,
I'm happy every day. We don't have to see him there.
That is some range.
You don't even have to be in orbit at that stage. It's just a cross map.
Não, os de quedo podem picar Jace, o Faker também pode. Ah, poder pode, mas... Cara, que eu não acho Jace mid, tipo, muito bom, entendeu? Principalmente num jogo desse, mano. Mas assim, eu concordo que ele não tá ajudando, ele não tá jogando tão bem. O Yagao vai pegar o ult de... Ele queria do Maokai. Eles vão jogar pra alma, Pra jogar pra alma, ele tem que pegar... Se eles quiserem terminar o objetivo, ele pega o do Maokai. Se eles quiserem fightar, ele pega o do Kenny. Late game de quem? Acho que da Bilibili. Assim, é jogado, tá? É jogado. Mas eu acho que é mais fácil pra Bilibili. Porque eles têm champions, tipo, muito idiotas, tá ligado? Healers, Jinx, Sion. Ih, pegaram o Elk, hein? Pegaram o Elk, hein? Nossa, o On jogou muito. Caralho, o On jogou muito. Caralho, o On jogou muito. O On jogou muito. O On jogou muito. Caralho. 2-0. Tem que banir o Lulu, eu acho. Tipo, a Lulu habilita muito o Elk a jogar, mano. Tem que banir o Lulu. Tem que banir o Lulu. Não tem jeito. Tem que banir o Lulu.
Yagao's not done! This man's supposed to be the worst mid laner left in the top 4, but he just keeps showing up. He took down Chave. He's looking to take down Faker as well.
Yeah, nobody expected to say this, but you gapped everybody.
I mean, look, 2Pace is looking real clean today. The fact that he's coming in and getting these kills onto Guma, you get the Annie engagement, looks great. He has a 68% career win rate on the side, and you're seeing why. He steals the Maokai ult, manages to draw the space there for Elk, and as you rightly pointed out, Elk gets the cleanse.
Olha o flash da Lulu. A Lulu não ulta ela.
T1, this is not your jungle anymore. Carrier cut down immediately. The stolen now going to come
Toma.
out with the follow of the blast.
Que isso, Bin?
Will be enough to take on out safety. No, it will not. He's healing. He's giving everything he can, but the mounting dread for T1 just continues to get worse and worse. Shun now pushing in, looking to take out Faker, looking to go for the 1v1. The Lamb's respite up and available. The pressure, BLG will not relent. BLG looking to break open the base in game 2.
BLG beat T1 in the first game with their style. They say we'll play the meta in game number 2. And Shun bringing out his pocket kindred to this tournament has looked fantastic. And T1 are going.
Caralho,
Gale Force under tower. He does not give a damn about Kennen
moleque, que se foda,
He
filho.
has the wind in his sights. BLG breaking down the first tower.
GG,
Breaking down the
mano.
second. It's Guma versus the world, but Guma will not be enough in game 2. Yagao on the backside taking his time with Faker. They can just end. The Lamb's Respite buys Guma a brief moment to watch his own Nexus fall. It is BLG against all odds at match point.
What is happening in MSI? BLG are dismantling Korea. That is what's happening. They take down Gen.G, and they are in the process of taking down T1. Wow.
Caralho, tanto de chinês, mano.
Well along in the
Giga Bin.
process.
Giga Bin.
Impressive performance, despite
Giga
the
Bin.
positive start for Zeus. Despite the trades
Giga Bin de Jax e Giga Bin de Sion. 0/todos.
BLG holds
Foda-se.
strong in that early game.
Solando
They
o
don't
cara.
give too much more, and they're able to pull ahead as we get later and later. And a relatively bloodless game. A single fight really ultimately deciding that entire one. 4-4 kills for the vast majority.
Respira,
A
Faker.
completely different look here in game 2.
Respira. Oi, Sky. Oi, Sky.
Even
Ó.
showing that they
Ó o tap.
too can sacrifice top lane.
Bin,
They can
você
play this
é
guy
Chad,
on
Bin.
one
Você é
every
Chad,
play.
Bin.
They can
Você é
have
Chad
this
Dog.
down
É isso que ele tá falando agora.
CS, and they
Elk,
still
continua,
can
amassa os
rely
cara,
on
Elk.
Elk and Shun. Shun, who had that Kindred band at one stretch, was 15 games in a row. Able to pull it off, 8 kills in the end, legendary fully stacked bounty on his head.
And it's incredible to see from BLG, as you say, like Bin didn't really play much of Sion up until he got beat by 369 in finals. Like, right, I need to add this to my champion pool. I need to make sure.
Caralho, mano, Otávio, mano.
For him to sit at that front stage.
Psicólogo conversando com ele? Eu acho que os times coreanos não têm psicólogo.
And just opening up in these fights for Elk, like it was so well orchestrated by BLG.
And as much as I'd love to continue talking about this matchup series, we'll get our chance in game 3. For now, let's send it back over to the analyst desk to break down game 2.
I have a feeling you're going to need your energy going forward and hopefully
A
for
cara
a
do
few
Jet,
more
a cara do
games, but I
Jet.
gotta say,
Caraca, ninguém
in terms
esperava
of
isso, mano.
momentum, in terms
Nesse caso que a BLG tá amassando o que o coach fala, mano,
mano,
depende do time que você tem, depende do coach que você tem, depende do problema que tá sendo. Tipo assim, eu acho que ali eles têm que primeiro ajeitar o draft, tá ligado? Tipo, parece que a T1 tá jogando fora do conforto, Botafé. Eu acho que tá tendo muito banadiango, eu acho que isso tá fudendo, não tá fudendo o Shun. Eu acho que esses banadiangos são inúteis, mano. Honestamente, são inúteis. Se eu fosse a T1 agora, eu escolheria Headside, eu tiraria Lulu, eu tiraria, tipo, vai Lulu Jinx, tá ligado? Ou vai Lulu Zeri, uma parada assim.
Making any place, right? You can just see kind of the BLG momentum overtaking them.
E no caso da Bilibili? No caso da Bilibili depende, tipo, se você acha que você tem um time que se empolga muito, você tem que botar eles no chão. Se você acha que tem um time que já é pé no chão, você bota eles pra cima, entendeu? E draft, mano. Draft, ver o que cada um tá achando do jogo, ver o que cada um tá sentindo do jogo. Porque, tipo assim, você como coach, tu vê de fora. O player, ele joga, então, tipo, ele tem um feeling diferente, ele tem uma visão diferente do jogo que você. Por exemplo, muitas vezes, quando a gente acabava um jogo no CBLOL, eu chegava já pra falar com o Alex, por exemplo, falar, mano, seguinte, eu acho que tal pessoa não tá sabendo lidar com o pique do Tokers. Me dá tal pique que eu acho que vai ajudar mais a gente a focar nisso, tá ligado? E a gente conversava sobre, sacou?
470 gold up on his lane opponents. Today he was down 1,152.
Mas, tipo assim, eu acho que tem que deixar o Faker no conforto, mano. Eu acho que o Faker tá muito avulso, tá ligado? Dá uma área pra ele, dá Lissandra de novo pra ele, tipo... Bota ele pra jogar esse matchup, mano. E não joga contra N, velho. Não joga contra N.